Welcome. Today we're looking at the top 5 rare United States of America 1-dime coins, featuring different conditions and mint marks that make them valuable and highly collectible. From early silver dimes to mistake strikes and low mintage varieties, each of these coins can be worth far more than their face value depending on how well they've been preserved, whether circulated, uncirculated, or showing sharp proof details. Get ready to explore the unique features, hidden errors, and rare mint marks that turn ordinary-looking dimes into treasures. Let's get started. First up, the United States of America 1-dime from the year 2014 with the P mint mark, found in circulated condition. This 2014 Roosevelt dime is a modern piece of American currency that still makes its way through daily transactions across the country, yet it carries interesting historical value for collectors. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the well-known portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Being circulated, the details have softened slightly, but the profile still remains clear and recognizable. The word "Liberty" appears boldly on the left side of the coin. In circulated condition, the letters might show light wear, but they remain fully visible and easy to read. Just below Roosevelt's chin, you will find the mint mark P, indicating that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the busiest production facilities in the world. The phrase, "In God We Trust," is positioned to the lower left of the portrait. Even with circulation wear, the motto remains readable and continues to stand out clearly on the coin's surface. The year 2014 appears beneath the portrait. This date places the coin within the modern era of U.S. minting, a period defined by high production numbers and consistently sharp designs. Because this coin has circulated, its surface shows normal signs of handling, including small scratches, contact marks, and a softer overall shine compared to uncirculated examples. Despite this wear, the 2014 P dime still retains much of the Roosevelt design structure, allowing collectors to appreciate the modern craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. The edge of the coin features a reeded pattern consisting of many tiny grooves. In circulated condition, some of these may be slightly flattened, but most remain distinct. Turning to the reverse side, we see the familiar torch at the center, symbolizing liberty. While circulation has softened some fine details, the torch remains clearly defined. On either side of the torch are the iconic branches, the olive branch on the left representing peace, and the oak branch on the right representing strength. These elements are still visible even with surface wear. The words, "United States of America," arch along the top of the coin's reverse. Despite circulation marks, this inscription is bold and easily readable. The denomination, 1-dime, appears at the bottom of the design, confirming that the coin belongs to the long-running Roosevelt dime series. Across the center of the reverse is the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. The letters remain intact, though they may show minor softness from handling. The reverse field shows typical circulation marks, including light scratches, dulling, and small abrasions, all expected from years of pocket, purse, and coin machine use. The 2014 P dime is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, giving it durability and a silver-colored appearance even when moderately worn. Circulated dimes from this era are extremely common, but they are still collected by enthusiasts who enjoy completing modern date and mint mark sets. Many collectors also search 2014 dimes for possible mint errors, such as doubling or misaligned strikes, which, while uncommon, can increase a coin's value significantly. The circulated condition of this dime means it has passed through many hands, making it a small piece of everyday American life and commerce. Even though it is modern, this coin carries the legacy of President Roosevelt, whose leadership during challenging times led to his memorialization on the dime. The design has remained unchanged since 1946, and the 2014 version continues that tradition with sharp, purposeful artwork that has stood the test of time. Collectors appreciate circulated examples like this because they show how well the design holds up even after years of use. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these dimes, so this date is easy to find, but the circulated condition gives each coin its own unique wear pattern and story. Many coin collectors enjoy studying how the fields, devices, and lettering age differently on circulated pieces, and the 2014 dime provides a good example of natural wear. Although not rare, the coin still represents a valuable addition for anyone completing a Roosevelt dime collection or documenting modern American coinage. Even in circulated state, the coin preserves enough detail to showcase the artistry of both the obverse and reverse designs. Its reeded edge, though slightly worn, still reflects the quality of U.S. Mint production techniques and helps maintain a classic feel in hand. The 2014 P dime continues to circulate widely across the United States, proving the durability and usefulness of this denomination in modern life. Every scratch, mark, and faded shine tells a small part of the coin's journey, from the minting press to countless transactions. Coins like this serve not just as currency, but as miniature records of time, travel, and human experience. As we wrap up this detailed look at the 2014 P Roosevelt dime in circulated condition, remember that even the most common coins can carry history, beauty, and interest for collectors. Next up, the United States of America 1 dime from 1980 with a D mint mark is a small but historically important coin, representing decades of circulation and everyday use across the country. This particular example shows a darkened, black-toned surface caused by age, handling, and environmental exposure. On the obverse of the coin, we see the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a timeless design used on dimes since 1946. In circulated and darkened condition, the high points of the face such as the forehead, cheek, and hairline appear smoother and less detailed. The black color seen on this coin is typically caused by oxidation, dirt accumulation, or long-term exposure to moisture, all of which contribute to a unique appearance. This kind of toning is common in coins that have spent many years in pockets, drawers, or exposed to air and humidity. The D mint mark located just above the date confirms the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major production facilities of the U.S. Mint responsible for billions of coins each year. Despite the heavy toning and dark coloration, Roosevelt's portrait remains identifiable, showing that the coin, although well used, retains its original form and structure. The inscription Liberty, at the left side of the obverse, is still visible but may appear faded or partially worn due to circulation wear and surface darkening. The motto In God We Trust, beneath the portrait is also somewhat worn, and on heavily circulated examples it may blend slightly with the dark patina of the coin. The date, 1980, remains an important element of the design, helping collectors identify the coin's age and origin even when other details are subdued by tarnish or oxidation. Turning to the reverse, the torch, olive branch, and oak branch design symbolizes liberty, peace, and strength. Although the black surface may obscure some finer lines, the main outlines remain visible. The central torch often appears more muted on dark-toned coins because the fine vertical lines that represent the flame and handle become less pronounced with wear. The olive branch on the left and the oak branch on the right also show signs of flattening, with some leaves merging together due to metal wear from years of use. The inscription, United States of America, curves across the top of the reverse, though the letters may appear softer or partially faded where the dark toning is heaviest. The phrase, E pluribus unum, sits between the branches and the torch, though its visibility depends on how deeply the toning and circulation wear have affected the center of the coin. The denomination, 1 dime, at the bottom is still readable, anchoring the design even in heavily circulated examples like this one. The rim of the coin often shows the most damage, including nicks, scratches, and flattening. On blackened circulated dimes, these marks appear even more pronounced when compared to the dark surface. This particular coin's black color gives it a rugged and aged character, suggesting long-term handling and exposure to different environments, possibly pocket change, coin jars, or storage boxes. Collectors refer to this kind of appearance as environmental toning, which does not increase value but adds uniqueness to a circulated coin. Because the 1980 D dime had a high mintage, most examples hold only face value unless they are in uncirculated or error condition. Circulated blackened coins like this one are mainly valued for their storytelling and historical journey. The coin reflects the durability of the copper-nickel composition used in modern dimes, showing how well the metal withstands decades of circulation despite heavy wear. This example shows the natural life of everyday coinage, offering a glimpse into how coins travel through countless transactions and hands over many years. Even though the dark coloration may hide some design elements, it does not erase the history or importance of the coin within the broader context of American currency. For new collectors, coins like this are educational pieces that demonstrate how circulated conditions affect design sharpness, luster, and appearance over time. Examining a darkened dime up close reveals the impact of oxidation and handling, helping collectors understand the difference between natural toning and artificial coloring. The 1980 D dime also connects collectors to the long-running Roosevelt dime series, a design still used today, making it one of the longest-running circulating coin designs in U.S. history. This particular coin offers a great opportunity to show viewers the contrast between uncirculated shine and the deep-toned surfaces of heavily circulated pieces. Despite its commonness, The coin's darkened condition makes it visually striking in video presentations, adding depth and character to close-up shots. The wear patterns, rim bumps, scratches, and surface texture all serve as reminders of the coin's active life in circulation. This dime may have passed through hundreds of hands, traveled across states, and played a role in daily commerce before ending up in a collection. The black toning also provides an interesting teaching moment about how environmental factors affect coins differently depending on storage conditions. Even though the coin holds minimal monetary value, its numismatic and historical significance remains, especially for those who enjoy studying circulated pieces. The 1980D black circulated dime stands as a testament to everyday American life, reflecting the journey of a small coin through years of use and exposure. For your video, showcasing this coin allows viewers to appreciate both the design elements and the aging characteristics that make circulated coins fascinating. By highlighting its condition, mint origin, and historical role, you help your audience better understand the world of coin collecting and the charm of circulated finds. Next up, the United States of America one dime from the year 2004, carrying the D mint mark, and found in good circulated condition. In this video, we will explore every important detail about this 2004 D Roosevelt dime, including its background, mintage, design elements, metal composition, and what makes coins like this worth separating from your pocket change. So sit tight and enjoy the breakdown. The Roosevelt dime has been in continuous production since 1946, first introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing. By 2004, the coin had already been in circulation for nearly 6 decades, but its classic design still stood strong. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing left. On this 2004 D dime, you can clearly see the details on his hair, the forehead, and the facial structure, even though the coin is circulated and graded around good condition. Just beside Roosevelt's neck, you will find the mint mark D, which indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Denver continues to be one of the largest mints in the United States, producing massive quantities of circulating coinage each year. On the obverse, you will also notice the inscriptions, "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the year 2004 positioned just below his neck. These inscriptions remain sharp enough to read even on a circulated example like this one. Now let's turn to the metal composition of this coin. The 2004 Roosevelt dime is made from a clad metal composition, featuring an outer layer of copper-nickel alloy bonded to a pure copper core. This combination gives the dime its distinct silver-gray color. Because this particular coin is in good condition, it shows typical wear on the high points of Roosevelt's portrait. The hair detail is flattened, the cheek is smooth, and the edge of the lettering shows some softening from circulation. Moving to the reverse of the coin, we see the iconic torch at the center, symbolizing liberty. On each side of the torch, there is an olive branch and an oak branch, representing peace and strength. Even with circulation wear, these details remain visible on your 2004 D dime. The inscription, United States of America, arcs along the top edge of the reverse, while E pluribus unum runs across the center, and the denomination, 1 dime, sits at the bottom. All these elements are part of the classic Roosevelt dime reverse design used for decades. When we talk about the mintage of the 2004 D dime, we are dealing with a very large production run. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins, making them very common in circulation today. Because of the high mintage and the modern date, a circulated 2004 D dime like yours usually holds only face value. However, collectors still enjoy examining these coins for die varieties, errors, and high-grade examples. Some enthusiasts search for off-center strikes, broad strikes, double dies, or other minting mistakes that occasionally show up on modern dimes. If your coin had one of those errors, its value could increase significantly. Even though this particular dime is in good condition, its natural wear tells a story of many years of circulation and everyday use. Coins like this move through countless hands before landing in a collection or being carefully examined. The edges of your 2004 D dime may show discoloration or mild darkening from age. This is completely normal for circulated coins and adds character to the piece. The reeded edge, consisting of many small grooves, is still visible even though some flattening may appear from heavy use over time. Collectors of Roosevelt dimes often keep examples from every year and mint mark, and the 2004 D dime is an essential part of any modern-date collection. It may not be rare, but it helps complete chronological sets and shows how the U.S. Mint's craftsmanship has remained consistent through the early 2000s. Another interesting detail is that circulated coins like yours sometimes develop small surface marks and scratches. These marks reflect real-world circulation and are expected for a coin in good condition. Despite its condition, the lettering and date are still readable, which is an important factor in identifying and appreciating the coin. Coins from the early 2000s are still widely used today, but with every passing year, more collectors start to separate them out as they age and gain historical interest. Your 2004 dime represents the modern era of American coinage, connecting decades of design consistency from 1946 all the way to today's pocket change. In videos like this, we highlight the importance of examining even common coins closely because you never know when a hidden variety or uncommon feature might be waiting to be discovered. For new collectors, a coin like this is an excellent starting point, offering an opportunity to learn about grading, mint marks, and the history behind U.S. circulating coins. Even though this dime may not carry monetary value beyond its denomination, it still carries educational, historical, and collecting value. If you come across more modern dimes from different years or mint marks, comparing them can teach you how where patterns differ between lightly circulated and heavily worn coins. The 2004 dime also represents the transition period between older silver dimes and the modern clad versions that we use today. Your coin's circulated condition reflects that it has completed 2 decades of service in the U.S. monetary system, which adds to its story and interest. Every collector begins somewhere, and appreciating coins like this is a great way to build experience and learn the basics of numismatics. So there you have it, the United States of America 1 dime from 2004, minted in Denver, preserved in good circulated condition, and full of design beauty, history, and collecting importance. If you enjoyed learning about this coin, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more detailed videos about US and world coins that may be hiding in your pocket change right now. Next up, the United States of America 1 dime from the year 2015 with the P mint mark, found in very fine condition. The 2015 P Roosevelt dime is a great example of how modern coins still carry history, beauty, and collectible value even when they are not old or rare. This coin represents the continuation of a design that has been part of American currency since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. As we take a closer look at this dime, the first detail that stands out is the obverse design featuring Roosevelt's portrait. Even in very fine condition, the facial details remain sharp, and the main features retain strong definition. You can clearly see the lines on the hair, the profile, and the structure of the face. Just below Roosevelt's neck is the P mint mark. This letter tells us that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is one of the most active U.S. mint facilities for circulating coins. In 2015, Philadelphia struck a massive number of dimes, making this coin widely available today. Next, we look at the inscriptions on the obverse, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year 2015. These appear clean and readable, with only light wear on the tallest points of the letters, as expected for a coin in very fine condition. The metal composition of the 2015 dime is the standard clad formula used since 1965. It has an outer layer of copper nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving the coin its silvery white color and durability. The surface of your coin may show a soft shine due to its limited wear. Even though circulated, the fields on both sides of the coin show only mild friction marks, which is consistent with very fine grade. The coin still has most of its original detail, and that is what makes it appealing to collectors of modern U.S. coinage. Turning the coin over, the reverse design is one of the most recognizable images in American coin history. It features a torch symbolizing liberty in the center, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch representing strength. Even in circulated condition, these features remain clear. The reverse inscriptions read, United States of America, around the upper rim, E pluribus unum, across the center, and 1 dime, along the bottom. These details appear well preserved on your 2015 P dime, which is typical for coins that saw moderate but not heavy circulation. The reeded edge of the coin remains intact, with most of the grooves still sharply cut. Coins in very fine condition typically show only slight smoothing of the reeds from handling and circulation. The 2015 P dime had a very large mintage, with hundreds of millions of pieces released into circulation. For that reason, it is considered a common modern coin, but that does not make it uninteresting or uncollectible. Collectors often build date and mint mark sets of Roosevelt dimes, and the 2015 P coin is an essential piece for completing the modern portion of any collection. Its clean design and strong detail make it easy to appreciate. Because the coin is from the modern clad era, it does not contain silver. Its value in circulated condition is usually face value, but uncirculated or error varieties can bring higher prices among collectors. Speaking of errors, some collectors check modern dimes for off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, die chips, and doubling. Although rare, such mistakes can increase the value of a coin dramatically. Your coin, being in very fine condition, would clearly display any major minting errors if they were present. This makes it easier for collectors to inspect and appreciate the piece. Even though it is only from 2015, this dime has already been in circulation for around a decade, giving it historical relevance in the modern age of U.S. currency. It represents the early 21st century era of minting, where technology improved but traditional designs remained strong. Coins like this show how the U.S. Mint preserved the Roosevelt dime design while still delivering consistent quality and durability. The 2015 issue continues that tradition perfectly. In very fine condition, your coin retains most of its original beauty. The portrait remains bold, the lettering is clear, and the reverse branches and torch still show healthy detail. These qualities make it stand out among heavily circulated examples. Most casual users of coins never stop to appreciate the small details on dimes, but collectors know that every miniature feature tells part of the story. The 2015 dime is no exception, carrying decades of design heritage. The coin's surface may show slight dulling or light scratches from natural use. These small imperfections are perfectly normal and do not distract from its overall appeal when graded very fine. Many collectors choose to save coins like this because they capture a moment in time, representing one particular year of American minting history. Even recent dates become interesting as time passes. The Philadelphia Mint's long history adds special significance to the P Mint mark, reminding collectors of the institution's role in producing billions of circulating coins that Americans use daily. Another interesting aspect of modern dimes is how well they withstand wear. Thanks to their durable composition, even circulated coins often remain attractive for years, and your 2015 example showcases that durability. If stored properly, this coin can maintain its condition for decades more, making it a great addition to a growing collection. Many collectors place very fine examples in coin flips or albums to preserve the remaining detail. Coins like this also make great educational tools for beginners, teaching them how to identify mint marks, evaluate condition, and appreciate U.S. coin design. Even though this dime may not be rare or extremely valuable, it reflects real American history through its design, production, and journey through everyday commerce. By examining coins like the 2015 P dime closely, collectors develop sharper skills and deeper appreciation for the hobby. Every coin, even a modern one, has a story if you take the time to understand it. And that brings us to the end of today's detailed breakdown of the United States of America 1 dime from 2015, minted in Philadelphia and kept in very fine condition. Next up, the United States of America 1 dime from the year 1994 with the P Mint mark, found in very fine condition. This 1994 Roosevelt dime is part of a long-running series that has been in continuous circulation since 1946. Even though it's from the modern clad era, it remains a favorite among collectors who appreciate American history through everyday coins. On the obverse side, we see the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. In very fine condition, most of the original details of the face, hair, and profile remain strong and clearly visible. The wear is present, but only lightly affects the highest points. The inscription, Liberty, appears along the left side of the coin. Even with circulation wear, the letters remain crisp and fully readable, which is an important characteristic of the very fine grade. Below Roosevelt's chin, you'll find the mint mark, P, which stands for the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint produced a massive number of dimes in 1994, making this coin common in general circulation but still interesting to collectors. Right under the portrait, the phrase, "In God We Trust," stands boldly. Even in very fine condition, each letter typically remains sharply defined, with only small signs of natural aging. The year 1994 appears clearly at the lower right of the obverse. This date marks the coin's place in the early 1990s minting era, a time when billions of coins were produced using advanced minting technology. Turning the coin slightly, you may notice the smoothness in some areas of the field, which is normal for a circulated coin. However, coins in very fine condition retain enough shine and texture to show that they have not experienced heavy wear. The overall appearance of your 1994 P dime displays mild softness but strong detail, making it a great example of mid-grade modern American coinage. Now rotating the coin to the reverse, we see one of the most recognizable designs in U.S. currency. The central torch, symbolizing liberty, stands tall and well-defined even in a coin that has circulated. Flanking the torch, you'll find the olive branch on the left representing peace, and the oak branch on the right representing strength. In very fine condition, you can still see individual details and shapes in both branches. Above the torch, the words, United States of America, stretch across the upper rim. The lettering remains bold and readable, preserving the coin's overall attractiveness. Across the lower portion of the design, the denomination 1 dime appears sharply. This clear lettering helps confirm the coin's grade because heavy wear would noticeably weaken these details. Between the branches and the torch, the motto E pluribus unum is displayed across the center. Even with circulation, the letters stay distinct and clean on a very fine coin. Looking at the fields on the reverse, natural contact marks from circulation are visible, but they are light enough that the main design remains fully intact and easy to appreciate. The edge of the coin features a reeded pattern, and in very fine condition, most of these reeds remain sharp. Only slight flattening appears from handling over time. The 1994 P dime is made from the standard copper-nickel clad composition used in circulating dimes since 1965. Its color, shine, and durability come from this combination of metals. Even though it's a common date, many collectors hold on to modern dimes like this because they are essential pieces for completing date and mint mark collections. One of the reasons collectors enjoy the Roosevelt dime series is that circulated examples still maintain strong detail and appealing design characteristics even decades after minting. Your 1994 P dime, being in very fine condition, shows that the coin has seen regular use but was not heavily worn down, which preserves both its educational and collectible value. Some collectors also check these dimes for error varieties, such as die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes. While uncommon, these errors can raise a coin's value significantly. A very fine example like yours makes it easier to spot potential errors since the details remain well visible and not heavily damaged from wear. Although the 1994 dime is not rare by itself, it still represents a piece of modern American history, connecting millions of people through its years of service in everyday transactions. Coins like this one remind us that even ordinary currency has a story: where it was minted, how long it circulated, and how many hands it passed through before being collected. In very fine condition, the coin offers excellent detail for collectors who want a strong visual representation of the Roosevelt dime design without needing a high-grade mint state piece. The Philadelphia Mint's long history adds another layer of significance. The P mint mark signifies a facility known for producing billions of coins for the nation each year. The design itself honors President Roosevelt for his leadership and his efforts to support the March of Dimes organization, which helped fund research to combat polio. Many collectors enjoy studying the subtle differences between coins from various years. The 1994 P dime is part of the mid-1990s range, a period known for strong minting quality and high production numbers. The coin you have still carries a soft metallic shine, even with signs of handling. This natural appearance enhances its charm and shows that it has been well preserved in circulation. As time passes, even modern coins like the 1994 dime gain more interest from collectors, especially those who enjoy building complete series sets or studying the progression of minting details. This coin has survived through decades of use yet remains pleasing to the eye. Its clarity, sharpness, and preserved lettering fit the standards of the very fine grade perfectly. Thanks to its composition and detail retention, the 1994 P dime continues to age gracefully, making it a great coin to showcase in videos, collections, or coin albums. And that brings us to the end of this long, detailed breakdown of the United States of America 1 dime from 1994 with the P mint mark in very fine condition. If you like more scripts like this, let me know the next coin you want a video for.